Good morning. Good Saturday morning, my podcast family. What a blessing to be alive. I want to thank you for tuning in to the Pampering Myself podcast. Can you believe it? We are winding up to the end of the first quarter already of 2023. So I was looking for something for the month of April. And what type of information would I provide? What should the topic be? And it hit me. It's time for some fun. So with that said, I like to lead off with a joke. A police officer pulls over this driver and informs him that he has just won $5,000 in a safety competition, all because he was wearing his seatbelt. And so the officer said, "What are you going to do with the prize money?" And the man's response was, "I guess I'll go to driving school and get my license." Well, his wife says, "Officer, don't listen to him. He's a smart aleck when he's drunk." And before the officer could say anything, a guy in the back seat pops up out from up under the blanket and says, "I knew he wouldn't get far in this stolen vehicle." Well, that may not have been the funniest joke you ever heard, but hopefully it at least made you smile. So every month, there are hundreds of national and international celebrations dedicated to raising awareness for meaningful cause. Now, just to mention a few, April is World Autism Acceptance Day, it's Earth Day, Stress Awareness Month, and there are just so many other worthy causes. All have equal importance. But I thought in this episode, I would highlight the importance of humor, recognized in April as National Humor Month. Laughter is said to be the best medicine. It's one of the most essential qualities to human life. Scientific research indicates that the curative power of laughter and its ability to relieve debilitating stress and burnout just might be one of the greatest medical discoveries of our times. So I'd like to share with you a few known or unknown facts about National Humor Month. Fact 1. Ironically, it shares the month as April Fool's Day. As we all know, April 1st, there you could be the butt of a joke, so watch out. But consider the benefits of it. Laugh, humor yourself. Number 2, National Humor Month was founded by a comedian by the name of Larry Wilde in 1976. That makes this April the 44th anniversary. Woohoo, woohoo. So he created this day with the idea of bringing awareness regarding the therapeutic value of humor. Tip number 3, he is also the director of the Carmel Institute of Humor. Go figure. So the Institute is not only a resource for adults, but his fun literacy program is a certified, hear what I said, a certified laughter reader literacy program where humor is used to help and encourage children to read. That is very powerful. And you can imagine with the rate of literacy that there is, anything that we can do to encourage children to be able to read, not only to read, but to understand. It just works out better for everyone. And the final tip is sharing the same month as stress awareness. We get the best of both worlds. This allows us to focus on the importance of reducing as much stress as we can in our lives and to know that it can be done through humor. So take some time to laugh out loud. Now, as usual, I like to provide some scientific evidence to support my topics. So here are 10 health benefits with respect to laughter. And yes, there are some great benefits. And who knew? First one is reduces stress because laughter triggers the release of endorphins. Endorphins are chemicals that signals in the brain that block the perception of pain and stress, and it promotes a feeling of well-being. It boosts immunity. Studies have shown that laughter can boost the immune system by increasing the production of antibodies and activating immune cells and fight off infections. Well, tip number 3, or benefit number 3, it lowers our blood pressure. Laughing has been found to reduce blood pressure levels, which can lower the risk of heart disease and stroke. I definitely need to start laughing more because I have high blood pressure. Number 4, it improves mental health. Laughing has been found to reduce anxiety and depression. It improves your mood. It promotes a sense of relaxation and well-being. It can also improve your social connections and enhance social support, which can all improve mental outcomes. Number 5, it improves cardiovascular health. Now that's a big one because we know heart disease is major, particularly among women. Laughter can increase your heart rate and improve blood circulation, again, which can improve cardiovascular health and reduce the risk of heart disease. We have to laugh more. Tip number 6, strengthens the respiratory system. Laughing involves deep breathing, which can strengthen the respiratory system by increasing lung capacity and improving oxygen intake. Have you ever laughed so hard that you cried, or you might have even had an accident on yourself? And just think about all that is involved when you laugh, how your body feels. It's amazing. We probably never think about it, but those are things that can affect us when we laugh. Number 7, it enhances memory and learning. Now, this is the one I really need to focus on. Because when you laugh, you inhale deeply, which increases the flow of oxygen to your brain. Now, that extra oxygenation can improve brain function and enhance memory and learning ability. So, once again, we need to laugh more, especially if you're having memory issues. It boosts the endorphin levels, a neurotransmitter that plays a key role in learning and memory. And this is a great one. It enhances creativity and problem-solving skills. When you're in a positive and relaxed state of mind, you're more likely to think creatively and come up with innovative solutions to problems. I can testify to that because so often if I'm in a funk, we'll say things, you're so focused, you're stressed out, you're thinking about what you have to do, what you need to do, or whatever issue or problem you might be facing at the time. And so there's a block there. A lot of times you can't see the forest for the trees because you have blocked it. So if we learn to just relax more and laugh more, even at ourselves. And I do it a lot. And as a storyteller in particular, all my stories that I like to tell are from experience. I have taken a bad situation and made light of it because I survived. And so I find the humor in it, and then I'm able to deal with whatever it is. Number 8, it promotes social bonding. Laughing with others can promote social bonding and improve relationships. It can create a sense of community, promote a feeling of belonging, which can improve overall well-being. And if it is sincere, it can also create trust. Because we know that not every smile is true, But if we feel that we can laugh with someone and bond with someone and that their laughter or they make us laugh is sincere, then it can help us build lasting relationships. So it promotes social bonding. Now, believe it or not, it can provide some physical activity, physical exercise. Who knew? By toning the muscles in your body, particularly the abdominal muscles, the diaphragm, and your facial muscles, regular laughing can improve your posture, breathing, and coordination. And number 10, smile more. Now, although it's not laughing, think of it as a warm-up. It still has lots of benefits. You know, sometimes it's kind of hard to stay mad at someone if they crack a joke or if they say something that is funny. And you can, I'm sure you have all experienced that before. I know I have. You want to stay mad, but you can't stay mad because what they said or what they did was actually funny. So it's lighthearted. So I have another couple of jokes that are compliments of the Reader Digest. Now, in all fairness, I'm going to give a disclaimer here. They say that bad jokes, and they are true, that bad jokes can even help you laugh. And sometimes we're laughing because they are so terrible. So I have one I'm going to try on you. If you're American, when you go in the bathroom, an American when you come out, what are you when you're in the bathroom? Do, 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 do. You're European. Wasn't that funny? I thought it was cute. Okay, so it's not a laugh out loud, fall out on the floor, get hysterical, I'm crying type of joke, but I thought it was cute, funny, and humorous. Here's another one. One friend said to another, "What happened to your vacuum cleaner?" The response was, "I sold it because all it was doing was collecting dust." Pardon the pun, but isn't that what a vacuum cleaner is supposed to do? So I thought that was pretty cute. Well, I guess they're right. Sometimes even a bad joke can spark a chuckle here and there. But the point is, whether it's a good joke or whether it's a bad joke, we want to practice humor, lightheartedness in every day. If you make this a part of your everyday, then you will probably be a better person to be around. So, my call to action is simple. Incorporate more humor and laughter in your everyday life. Now, this can be done through a variety of sources. Number 1, read the funnies. Even though they may not be funny, you might get a smile out of them. I know I have, my husband reads the funnies all the time. I never did. As a matter of fact, short story here. I was a member of Toastmasters International, and when I first joined, the first 10 speeches were getting to know you type speeches. The first one is an icebreaker and so forth. And the best thing that for me was to tell stories, personal stories. Because to be honest with you, I've had some crazy things happen. Some funny and some not so funny. But I made them all be funny. And then after story number 5 or 6 that I told, I said, wow, these people gonna think I must be crazy. But you know what's good about that is people never know whether you're telling the truth or whether you build it up just to embellish. That's the good thing about it. So it is therapeutic. And I think I shared some time ago in earlier podcasts how I cured myself, I should say, of being able to go to the bathroom and do number 2, pardon the pun, because how I was frightened as a kid with a fish in bathtub when I went in. So that was a story I told. But it was interesting because you can probably fix some of the things that have happened to you over your life when you reminisce about old stories. And then they can also have an adverse effect. So when you think about these things, just be cautious sometimes because it may spark some unwanted feelings or some unwanted thoughts. And at that point, you may need to address them differently. So my call to action number 2 is to surround yourself with things that make you smile. An example, let's say a coffee mug or a poster or something that has a funny saying or a quote on it that you see every day. Here is an example. I have these 2 signs that sit on my desk. One says, I need a vacation or a martini, and I'm out of vacation days. So you know what that means. The second sign is a picture of an old lady. She's a rebellion standing in front of a microphone, and she says, change is good as long as I don't have to do anything different. Those are things that if I'm having a bad day, stressing out over work or whatever may be bothering me at the time, I can look at a coffee mug that may have a scripture on it. I can look at a statue or something that's on my desk that gives me comfort, that gives me peace, and that will help me be able to make it through and to change my attitude. Something hilarious, something that just may not even make any sense would be something that you can get a chuckle out of. So try that. Call the action number 3. Befriend a funny person. Some people are just naturally funny, and laughter is contagious. You know someone that they want to make a joke out of everything? Now, that used to bother me. Years ago, that used to bother me because I've always been a serious person. And when I told those first groups of 10 stories and many to follow after, I thought about it. I said, everything that I do is of serious nature. And so even though I'm viewed as the person who can give out the information or can do a presentation right or make sure all my ducks are in a row, I don't have no humor to me. So I had to intentionally practice humor and try to put humor into my stories, into my presentations, so I could stand myself. And so being around other people that are naturally funny, you may be able to pick up on some things from them because they're just naturally funny. And things may just pop off. My daughter's one like that. Her and my husband, they double team me all the time. And it was offensive years ago, but I've learned to roll with the punches. Now, I'm not as quick and witty as they are, but I still know how to hang just the same. Tip number 4 is to YouTube. Look on YouTube. There are tons of comedians. Maybe you have a favorite one. Look them up. Listen to their jokes. Find out how they move around, the expressions that they make, the jokes that they tell, the stories that they share about life, about different things that they find humorous. It can help. It can help you become a more, I don't want to say funny, but put more humor into your life to relieve the stress and anxiety that you may find through just day-to-day living. And the final tip number 5, is watch more sitcoms or funny movies. Well, that is definitely for me because I am a Dateline, 48 Hours, 2020, 60 Minutes, ID Crime, you name it. Law and Order, Special Victims, Law and Order, whatever, 911. I can name them all. Snap, I mean, I love those types of programs. Very few sitcoms. So once again, I am forcing myself to watch more sitcoms. And a lot of times, to tell you the truth, the humor goes over my head. That's because I need to learn to embrace it. So I am encouraging you, whatever makes you laugh, do it. And if you can't find what makes you laugh, then look harder, because there are a lot of things out here that could help you either become a more humorous person or more relaxed. Because as we know, laughter has many benefits, not only just to laugh, but health benefits that can help us relieve our stress and our anxiety, which can cause heart disease and numerous other medical conditions. So that's what I like to leave with you today. More laughter. Find some jokes and share with me online. I would love to hear them. You can send them to jonesythestoryteller@gmail.com, and perhaps I'll use your jokes or your stories in one of mine. Until next time, have a blessed, safe, and happy 2023. Thank you.